Here come the teams for this women's 10-meter synchro final. First synchro final of the championships. 7 teams to go. A real spread as ever of age and experience. Leading us off is Germany, Maria Kirchhoff and Elena Vassen. Elena Vassen, just the 15-year-old, 18-year-old, I'm sorry, 18-year-old. Let's not do her a disservice. Plenty of teenagers and another 18-year-old in Valeria Riluko and Sofia Liskun at 16, already a gold medalist in the team event. For Russia, Ekaterina Believa on the right is only 15, and Yulia Timoshenina 20. Italy have a team here, Naomi Batki on the left, and Chiara Pellicani, who's another 15-year-old. It's a young person's sport. Norway too have 2 sisters, the Tusen sisters, Anna Vilde and Hella. Scandinavian double with Sweden, with Ellen Ek on the left there, and Isabel Svantesson, 2 21-year-olds. Big cheer for the host nation. Eden Cheng and Louise Toulson will carry Great Britain's flag into this final. Seven teams, 5 rounds of diving. The first 2 rounds have restricted dives, limited to a 2.0 degree of difficulty, and then the gloves are off, open dives. Not a huge range of points across the dives, looking down at the schedule, but plenty of action up on that platform. Two sets of judges on synchro events, one judging the synchronization and the others judging execution. The middle 2 count for execution, and the top and bottom marks are taken away as well for the synchronization. And then the degree of difficulty of the dive comes into play. So there's a lot to go for here, a lot going on in the dives, and a lot for those judges to weigh up and assess. Huge amount of organisation goes into these championships and these events. Then the European Union for Natation, for aquatics, in charge of this event. FINA is the worldwide body. Then are the UEFA to the FIFA, if you want to put it in football terms. Let's confirm the teams in the dive order. Germany lead us off, who've already picked up 1 medal here, a bronze. Ukraine with 1 gold in the bag, and Russia already with a bronze. And then goes Italy, Norway, Sweden, and last to go, the hosts, Great Britain. Maybe he can't believe his eyes what he's seeing. Well, the opening round is a mixture of inward, back, reverse dives. They're all in the pite position in this first round. And Germany get the show underway. Here we go then, the final of the women's 10-meter synchro here at the European Championships. First to dive, it's Germany, Maria Kulschow, the 28-year-old, and Elena Vassen. Eighteen-year-old, I'll get that right in a minute. She was European champion when she was 15, Elena Vassen. Often dives with her sister Christina, older sister, big sis, here with the experienced Maria Kulschow. Kulschow is the taller of the two divers. That's Elena, good executions, 51 points, that's a good opening score. Valeria Liulko, 18, and Sofia Lisko on the right, 16-year-old. It's a back dive for them. You'll hear that rip, that sound they talk about as the divers enter the water. Can be a great example of how the diver's gone. A really good indicator. It's not everything. So many different angles that we enjoy here, of course, in our coverage, which the judges don't get. It's another 51-pointer. The Russian duo, Yulia Timoshenina, is on the left there with Ekaterina Believa, 15-year-old. She is the youngest in the competition. She was only 15 on the 22nd of June. Reverse dive for them. It's a long hang through the air with very little movement beforehand. It's all about that line and entry angle. The pike then straight out, looking for as much parallel movement as they can. Sometimes divers of different weights just move through the air a little quicker, but another 51-pointer, so you really don't want to slip off the pace in this first round. Naomi Batke on the left there, 30 years of age, half her age. Chiara Pellicani. Back dive. All these first round dives are piked. Sounded a little bit heavier on the entry. A little bit more splash when somebody really hits one, and the sound is so clean, particularly in the individual competition. You really can tell. Well, it's 51s. Judges struggling to pick holes in these dives. Tuxen and Tuxen. Hella is the younger. Another inward dive. Arms snapping together. Fully 440. This is Sweden, Ek and Svantesson. Good to see the Scandinavians with a good turnout here. Ellen Ek was in the team event, was 7th out of 7th, but Vinko Pelagic, her partner there, is in the final of the 1 meters here. 39 points they get. Here's the big cheer for the British team. Louise Tolson on the left, and Eden Cheng at just 15, another new name on the British diving senior roster. First dive at a senior championship, big moment for her.
1, 2, 3, go.
Looked a clean start. Very nice. Louise Tolson just falling away a little bit at the entry point of the dive there, but still it's a 49.80 score. That's as good as the German dive, which was best of the first round. Very close, of course. There are already 10 points between top and bottom. 49.80 for Russia and Great Britain. 0.6 behind is Germany. Then there's a little gap to Ukraine. Didn't take very long, just over 10 minutes. Still in these 2.0 dives. Reverse dive pike. Kershaw and Vassen. Maria Kershaw has plenty of experience at this level. She won a gold in the 10-meter synchro back in London in 2016 with Mi Fan. Silver, a couple of bronze. .40 up to now the running total. To 9:20 their individual score. They're pretty happy. 49.20 was their opening score. On the platform, the slow motion replays really do spotlight every flaw, but every strength as well. Lieva and Timoshenina of Russia. Just sense it's going to be a tight competition at the top there. They're up to 98.40, they got 48.60 with that dive. Atki and Pelakani. 6.20 they opened with. Reaching out and putting the hands together to punch a hole in the raw water there, up to 91.80. Norway. For 40 with their opening dive. Right. 1.5 somersaults with half a twist. Up to 81 points there, 36.60 was the score on that dive. Swedish team, 2 21-year-olds. Alan Eck has been to an individual final, Svanterson hasn't. Eck on the left there, slightly ahead going to the water of Svanterson. Synchronization was in the 6s, 40-20. Jürgen Toulson had a good start to the competition. 49.80. First dive pint. Toulson not quite as clean on the entry, I don't think. On the far side. Just see the legs were not as straight as Cheng's. 41.40 they get. Cost a little bit of their lead. So let's just have a look after 2 very quick fire rounds. Germany in the lead there, jointly with Russia. Ukraine 6 points back. Italy and Great Britain separated by 0.6. Then there's a drop to Norway, and the Scandinavian battle at the top has Norway in the lead at the moment. Now the competition really changes character. So the leaders after 2 rounds. Larson and Kershaw. These two dived together at the Diving World Cup recently, were 5th. Marks in the 7.5s and 7s there, 63.90, brings their total up to 162.30. Joint leaders after the restricted rounds. Lieva and Timoshenina, the two of them dived together in the last Grand Prix in Kazan, gave them a bit of experience. That was pretty heavy as well. Forward 3.5 somersaults, piked there. And the entries were hard work, both of them using that towel on the platform to give them just a little bit of extra grip. You can see the executions down to 5. 55.80 they got. Patki and Pellicani for Italy. 4th. Now the competition has really started. They've got a forward 3.5 somersault piked as well. Same dive as the Russians. Both coming out quite a long way into the pool, but they pretty well did it together. Batke is quite an experienced diver as well, particularly in synchro. Pellicani was in this event last year as well, and they have got 64.80. It's the best mark of the round. Tuxen sisters from Norway, just ahead of their Swedish neighbours. Back 2.5 somersault piked. It's just 2.9 the degree of difficulty there. Hold assisted nearest the camera. Coming out of the pikes reasonably together there. Entries not flawless. The synchronization was pretty decent. 62-64. Svantesson on the left, and then Ek for Sweden. They've got an inward 2.5 somersaults piked. That's 2.8. The execution marks might be a struggle on that. They've competed together at European Junior Championship level as well. They won a bronze Two sisters at the European Junior Championships, 3 meters in 2016. Both 3 and 10 meter divers, perhaps stronger at 3. 52.92 there. Great Britain. Forward 3.5 somersaults piked. It's a 3.0 dive. Cheng nearest the camera. She's a European Junior under-15 champion on the platform. Coming out of the pikes pretty well together. Again, it's just a matter of tidying those entries, keeping the execution marks as high as possible. The 6s and 7s, 60-30 it was. Oh, Germany have established a lead there over Italy, closely followed by Russia, just over 2 points back, and so close Ukraine, and Britain not out of it yet. 5 for 3, basically. Nicola Sturgeon, Scotland's First Minister, making a visit to the pool here. Scottish Parliament, not too far away. We're just quite close to one side of Arthur's Seat, Holyrood Park. You nip round the side there, and you come to the Scottish Parliament, which is Ms Sturgeon's domain. To the 4th round, Maria Curcio have a back 2.5 somersault piked. In the lead after 3 rounds. Can they keep this going? Disappointing morning for Germany with Halsting dropping out of the competition. 1 meter, and they're having a much better day here. 6.5, you'd rather improve that execution mark if you could. 60-90 they got. Diving first means they're going to have to be patient. Ukraine just out of the medal position. Liulko and Liskun. These two know each other well. They were European Junior Synchro champions last year. Went to the World Championship final as well. Just a little bit behind one another in the takeoff there, and that was reflected perhaps one further out into the pool, you can see from that top angle. Just needed a bit of tidying up. That 1:57.60. Believa and Timoshenina in 3rd place, the Russians here. Bronze for Timoshenina in the team event already. In the 3.5 somersault tucked here, it's a 3.2. Nice sound, good rip there. Crowd definitely like that. Tight tuck, still spinning together. Good entries as well. It's a good looking dive from those two. It's got good points as well. It's a 72.96. They've upped the ante there. Now that's made this competition interesting. What have Baki and Pelikani got to offer as well? 15-year-old and a 30-year-old in this combination. 30 is a veteran in diving terms, twice the age. It's hard to imagine that, isn't it? They've got it in with 3.5 somersault tucked. It's a 3.2. That was a bit of a struggle in the latter stages. Pelikani nearest the camera there, not really getting into the best position for the entry. What do the judges think? There's a 5 down there. 60-48. Reverse 2.5 somersaults tucked for the Klukasen sisters from Norway. There's Anna Bilder on this side, who struggled with the entry a bit. These two dive together at 3m synchro as well. It was nowhere near as good as the previous round's dive. 48.72 with those marks down as low as 5. Ek and Svantesson for Sweden. Diving together since 2016, forward 3.5 somersault piked is their task here. While we're admiring the technique and the athleticism and the skill and the talent, let's not forget the courage and the nerve to run up that platform and fling yourself out into the open. As the previous dive by the Norwegian, 48.72. That's a 48.60. Up go the cheers for Cheng and Toulson. Toulson and Cheng as we look at them. In with 3.5 somersault tucked. 3.2. They've got another 3.2 to finish with. Down in 5th place, but really good dive would lift them right up the batting order.
1, 2, 3, go.
Very clear call. That looked a lot more convincing dive. Straight into the tucks. And the entries were both pretty decent. What do the judges think? Execution 6.5 and 7. 69.12. Second best of the round. Let's see what difference that has made. Here are the standings going into the final round. It's Russia in the lead, just under 4 points behind them Germany, and creeping up there Great Britain, who've edged ahead by just over 3 points from Italy, Ukraine dropping, and Norway still holding Sweden on to the bottom place. Well, we're all down to this last round. Said it would be quick fire. Kirschow and Vassen have to perform and wait. Back 2.5 somersault with 1.5 twists. 3.2 for the Germans, who are in second place. Supporters are very good at giving it the big cheer and just hoping it might influence the judges a little bit. Straight into those twists. Synchronization together, not too bad. A little bit of discrepancy in the entries there. 6.5s and 7 would have wanted a stronger final dive than 61.44, but now they just have to sit and wait and see if it was enough. Certainly kept this competition open. Ukraine have round to make up, Julko and Liskun. Sophia Liskun on the right there, looking for her second medal, of course, in successive days. In with 3.5 somersault tucks, it's 3-2. And that won't win the medal at all. He was struggling with that one. Sophia Liskun produced a blinder on the final dive in the team event, but neither of them covered themselves in glory there. Liskun on the right there, struggling with her execution. Doesn't always go to plan, does it? And that's well down on what they wanted, 51.84. The Russians are leading going into this last round, their fifth dive. Believa and Timoshenina, 15-year-old Ekaterina. Here's the camera here. Very little experience together. Back 2.5 somersault, 1.5 twists. There's a lot of splash. All the 5 leading competitors are producing 3.2, the same dive for their concluding one. No, 4 of the 5 Ukrainians was different. But they're all 3.2 tariffs, so there's nothing to make a difference there. It's all down to the execution. The 7s, they really would like to see a few 8s flying around if they're going to make the big impression. 61.44. Well, it puts them ahead of Germany and Ukraine, so can Italy upset the apple cart? Patki and Pelikani just outside the medal positions. Back 2.5 somersault, the 1.5 twist pike. Same dive again. Well, that'll get the judges thinking. This is going to be quite tight, I think. Germany and Russia both landed a 61.44 score. The entries again are rather heavy. Let's see what those judges think. They're not over impressed. It's 59.52. That won't trouble the leader, but it might make it very interesting. We've got Norway and Sweden who can't really get among the medals here. This is for pride and progress. But at the moment, it's Russia, Germany, Italy, down to Great Britain at the end to see what they can do. Good to see Norway sending a contingent into this competition. 48.60 here. A great third dive. They've struggled a bit in the last 2 rounds. 240.96 their total. 40-odd points behind the Russians, who are leading. Now Sweden in a bit of a lull in the medal competition before we get to the final round. We'll come down to the last dive the way we like it. This is Elenek and Isabel Svantesson, who are holding up the rest in 7th out of 7th position. Back 2.5 somersault pint, 2.9. Everybody wants a nice dive to finish. I'm afraid that wasn't it. Really smacked the water there. What's the most discouraging is when somebody pulls out a blinder and the other one completely loses it. But neither of them really executed that dive particularly successfully. Way down, especially the execution marks, 33.93. So it all comes down to this then in terms of the medals. Cheng and Toulson from Great Britain dive last in the competition. They were in 3rd. They've got a back 2.5 somersault, 1.5 twists, that 52-53B as it's known, dive again. It's 3.2. They're diving for a medal and they're diving 2 to decide its colour. The last dive of the competition.
1, 2, 3, go.
Dramatic end, and he looked to have risen to the challenge. It was a pretty decent execution, and now it'll come down to how the judges see it. Reaching for the water, this will be really popular if they've pulled this off. They certainly went for it. How do the judges see it? They're smiling, they know it was good, it was very good, and they've gone and grabbed the gold. Cheng and Toulson, diving last, come out first. What a fantastic end to the competition, and Great Britain, the hosts, get their first gold medal. Russia edged out by 1.14, 69.12 was the final dive. It was the best of the round, and it blew away the opposition, and they grabbed that gold. Ed Cheng really holding her own. So Great Britain get their first medal here in the Commonwealth pool. Cheng and Toulson right at the last, edging out Believa and Timoshenina of Russia. Kershaw and Vassen down into 3rd place. Italy, Ukraine, Norway and Sweden miss the medals boat.
Accompanied by the Right Honourable Lord Provost of the City of Edinburgh, Frank Ross.
Edinburgh's Lord Provost there with an impressive chain.
Germany, Maria Kujo and Elena Vassen.
Maria Kurshow and Elena Vassen. Second medal for Maria. Team event silver. That's 18-year-old Elena Vassen getting her first senior medal. 3 times a silver medalist at junior level. She gets a bronze here. Bronze for Germany.
Winner of the silver medal, Russian Federation, represented by Ekaterina Believa and Yulia Timoshenina.
Russia get the silver. 15-year-old Ekaterina Believa. First senior medal for her. Yulia Timoshenina is slightly disappointed. Bronze in the team event. They were leading to settle for silver here, right up until the last dive. Still Russia confirming its strength in depth here at these European Championships. Among the medals again, silver this time.
Winner of the gold medal and the women's 10m-SYNC European champions, Great Britain.
Big cheers and big smiles from the two British girls. 15-year-old Eden Cheng getting that winning feeling alongside the more experienced at 18, Lewis Toulson. They delivered the goods in the final dive of the competition, nailed the big one, a strong finish to their program, and snatched that gold medal. It was tight, 1.14 the winning margin, but Great Britain, the hosts, get their first gold here in the Commonwealth pool, and it's been a good day for Britain. Now, British diving continues to go from strength to strength. And a 15-year-old European champion always looks good for the future. Well done to Eden Cheng and Lewis Toulson. Great Britain gold, Russia silver, Germany bronze in the women's synchronized 10-meter competition.